So you're starting a natural hair journey and you want to make sure that it is as successful as possible. So if it were me, this is exactly what I would do to make sure that 2024 was my year for natural hair. Hey guys, welcome to my video. It's CammyJOfficial, so let's start the show. My name is Cammy. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get right to the video. So starting a new natural hair journey can be a little intimidating. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It can be intimidating because there's just so much information. There's just so much to take in. So one of the first things that I would do if I was starting a natural hair journey in 2024 would be to honestly think, how do I want to start? Do you want to be the person that big chops your natural hair, or are you the type of person that kind of wants to ease into it and transition by doing, some type of protective styling, letting your hair grow out, and then gradually cutting off your relaxed ends as you go? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, neither one of those is incorrect, because baby, I'm gonna tell you, do what you are most comfortable with doing. No, everyone does not have to jump into the big chop wave, and you have to be comfortable when you start your journey. The last thing that I want you to do when embarking on a natural hair journey and entering into the natural hair space is to do things that make you feel extremely uncomfortable. And just think about which one of those two is going to better fit into your lifestyle and your overall goals when it comes to your natural hair journey in 2024. Now, of course, there are pros and cons with either of those choices. So I'm going to go through the pros of doing the big chop if that's what you're going to do to embark on your natural hair journey this year. So number one, a pro of doing the big chop is your hair is right there in your face and you get to know and understand your personal hair texture a lot better and a lot sooner. Unfortunately, when people do the transitioning phase for a very long time and they still have like the half relaxed hair and then half their natural hair texture, they really don't get time to fully understand their hair texture during that time because they're managing two different textures, and pretty much for the most part their hair is in either braids or something like that, so they're not really handling their hair. So a pro of the big chop is you get to handle your hair immediately and you get to see your hair texture up front. Another pro of doing the big chop is that when you are trying a lot of natural water-based styles, you're probably going to have better results because you don't have to contend with another hair texture like relaxed hair on your ends. Now, one of the pros to actually being able to just transition instead of going right into big chopping is you get to just take your time. It's just you going with your flow. You get to do, a variety of different protective styles that you want to do, and you can kind of in that time do a little bit more research on what you want to do with your hair before you decide to go ahead and chop it off. Another thing I would do if I was going natural in 2024 would be to set a budget. Okay, y'all, I cannot tell you how important it is to exercise fiscal responsibility when it comes to going into not just a new natural hair journey, but dealing with your hair care needs, period, right? Because $10 here, $15 here every week, it's going to add up, and then before you know it, you're gonna look around and be like, wow, how did I end up spending this much money on hair products? Or you're going to be like some people, you're going to go into your closet, open it up, and you're going to have boxes full of hair products that you're not even using anymore. And you just realize like, wow, I just wasted so much money. Going into a new natural hair journey, I would definitely suggest set that budget. Set that budget and allocate funds either every month or every quarter or however you want to do it for yourself, so that way you are not overspending. One of the biggest complaints people have when they go natural, and the natural hair community overall, is that natural hair is expensive to take care of. Well, in my opinion, it only becomes expensive when you are just spending your money willy-nilly, like you have an endless reserve of money. And I know that your hard-earned money is important to you, and that's why you should be careful how you spend your money. Now, as you embark on your new natural hair journey, one of the biggest things that you have to do is accept your hair for what it is. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. You have to accept your hair for what it is. Like, your hair is your hair. It's the hair that's coming out of your scalp, and you are not going to have hair like somebody else. Unfortunately, a lot of people become disillusioned with their natural hair journey going into it because they expect it to have the same exact hair type as their favorite YouTuber or their sister or their grandmother or their mom, right? They just have this expectation that was contrary to what reality is. So starting out your natural hair journey is a journey of you being able to self-accept, accepting your hair for what it is and what it is to you. So don't go into your journey saying, okay, my hair has to be like this person's or that person's, because I'm going to be honest, you're going to be really starting out on the wrong foot. So another thing that I would do to ensure that I would have a successful hair journey is adopting a patience mindset, okay? Because let's just be honest, we want things to be instant. Yes, we do live in the microwave age, okay, where you pop something in the microwave and 60 seconds you have a full meal, okay? But when it comes to your natural hair journey, it's unrealistic. It does not work that way. I don't care what hair oil is on the market that's promising to grow your hair 13 inches overnight, okay? It's not realistic, and therefore you need to adopt a patient mindset when it comes to your natural hair. You are in the process of learning something. You're in the process of adapting to something, new in your life, which is taking care of your hair in its natural state. You have to give yourself grace when it comes to that, because you're not going to instantly know everything, okay? You are literally learning your hair, what it likes and what it doesn't like, and that's going to take a little bit of time. So you have to make sure that you're programming your mind to be patient and to be graceful with yourself and your hair each and every day, so that way you do not end up in the pits of frustration when it comes to your natural hair. I would also suggest that you decide which path you're going to take when it comes to your natural hair maintenance, right? Now, this can kind of also correlate with another point I want to make. I'll probably just make them both together, right? When taking the path of hair care, you have to figure out what your routine is going to be when it comes to your natural hair. And this is really important, y'all, because when it comes to your natural hair, you're going to have to allocate something that you can never recoup, and that is time, okay? Once you spend time, you cannot get that time back. It's the only form of currency that you will never be able to get back once it's spent. So you have to decide how it is you're going to do that with your natural hair, what your routine is going to be, whether you're going to be the person to take care of your natural hair and maintain it, right? Whether you're going to do your hair, at home, and you're going to be responsible for your wash days, your styling, picking your products and things of that nature. Or if you're going to be the type of person who says, you know what, I'm not good at hair at all, and no shade in that, no shame in that at all either. And you're going to decide that you're going to let a hairstylist, take care of your natural hair, and you're going to go to the hairstylist, every 2 weeks or whatever it is that you want to do, and how much time that is going to take up. And the reason I say this is some people go into their natural hair journeys with a very unrealistic expectation of how much time things are going to take. Listen, I know that watching YouTube videos is great. I'm a YouTuber. I do hair videos as well, okay? But a lot of times it can be unrealistic because what takes that person 4 hours to do is only going to show up on camera as 10 minutes and 30 seconds to you as the viewer. How much time are you going to realistically be able to allocate and put into your hair every single week or every single 2 weeks when it comes to your natural hair? And knowing how much time you can put towards your hair is going to really help you frame out and put together a routine. I'm going to be the first to tell you here, you do not need a 73-step wash day in order to have a healthy natural hair routine. If somebody wants to, have a 76-step wash day, more power to them. They can do it. But honestly, I feel like the simpler the better. So another thing I would do if I was going natural in 2024 and starting a natural hair journey, or just looking to refurbish, because let's be honest, some of us are just looking to update our natural hair routine, is I would make sure that I am doing my research and not jumping on every single bandwagon that's out there when it comes to hair products. Understand and research your basic hair care needs and then go from there. It's just so easy to get caught up in the tidal wave of products and the tidal wave of, what the gurus are saying. You should do this, you should do that, put onions in your hair. Smash avocados and put them in your hair. Start with the basics. Start with the basics of understanding what hair needs overall, and then build from there, so that way you're not swept up and swept away and you're just feeling like, man, natural hair is complicated. No, it does not have to be complicated. Another thing I would do if I was starting my natural hair journey in 2024 would be to focus on having a proper diet, staying hydrated, and yes, making sure that you are doing things to keep your overall body healthy. When we think about our hair, we never tend to think about the internal factors that really do have an effect on our hair. If you have poor nutrition, it's going to show up in your hair. If you are not, drinking enough water, it's going to show up in your skin and your hair. These things are essential just to be able to maintain life, right? But being sure that you are cognizant of what you are putting into your body and focusing on being healthy overall is really going to work wonders when it comes to your natural hair. Another thing I would do if I was starting my natural hair journey in 2024 would be to take a step back and just to make sure that the protective styles that I am choosing are not going to end up being pitfalls and overall detrimental to the health of your natural hair. Like, y'all, I cannot tell you how many people have started their natural hair journey and then halfway through it ended up with no edges because they were too focused and over reliant on protective styles. Yes, I know it seems like an easy escape and you want to put your hair away and you don't want to do it, but it can be bad for you, especially if you're going to people who have no love for hair. They're doing your hair, but they don't love hair. They don't love taking care of hair. So even though your edges are being pulled out every single braiding session, they're never going to say anything to you. You need to ensure that when you are doing your protective styling, it's not detrimental and you are choosing styles that are not going to pull your edges out. Choosing styles that are as tension free as possible. But guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel and then clicking on that notification bell so that way you know whenever I post some more videos. But as always, stay safe, stay blessed, have a wonderful new year, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.